Okay. Double click define retained earnings account. Define retained earnings account. Edit chart of accounts list. ZAP 9. ZAP 9, we have a retained earnings account. All right. Now, next, of course, we just okay. Sorry. Next is, of course, next is very important step, and that is finsc underscore ledger. Now, what is ledger basically? Let me just give you an example. Okay. Now, ledger area is basically an important area from terms of companies' reporting requirements. And what can be the reporting requirements? USD, Euro, SAR, AED, and so on. Company wants reports to be filed and seen in these currencies. Okay. Now, other than that, and it will also require valuation. For example, leading ledger. Now, what is leading ledger? I will also shed some light on the leading ledger. Okay. And company code settings. Okay. ZAP 9 position, ZAP 9, double click ZAP 9, and we already have 31 and 11. We have assigned that. And what is 31 and 11? That I will actually share with you. And in ZAP 9, we have fiscal year variant April to March. We don't need this. We need January, December. For special posting period variant is LAP 9 and currency type 31, currency type 11, Okay, and we'll see what this is all about. Valuation. Now let's go for currency types and currency types. What is this? Enter. Over here, 31 is group currency for group valuation, and 11 is company code currency and group valuation. Okay, and 31 has legal currency type in legal valuation, that is 30. Now, what are these basically? I'll just share it with you in a while. Now, speaking of global currency conversions, this is basically uh, applied to all of the company codes. Okay. And global currency and currency conversion settings for company code. First of all, let's understand this company code currency, controlling area currency, profit center accounting currency. Okay. So we have global currency, then we have currency conversion for company codes. Okay. What is that currency conversion company codes? Okay. Now this is basically for, let me just bring out and then I'll explain everything exactly. ZAP 9, 11, and 31. So if you remember, in this company code settings, we had something called 11 and 31. Over there, the settings was AED and USD. Okay. Now, now, what is this basically? Company code, currency, and currency types, leading ledger. Okay. Now let's get back to this. Now, speaking of currency and valuation, these are the two main parts of ledger. In SAP, there is only one leading ledger in the whole landscape, and that is called leading ledger, the symbol of which is 0L. Okay. Other than that, can be a standard ledger, and there is an extension ledger. Okay. Now, what happens in companies that CEOs and CFOs, they require reports on a real-term basis. CEO can be in the US and the CFO can be at the plant that can be in Vietnam. Okay. So they will both require reports on real-time basis in USD, SAR, AED, and GBP, Euro, and so forth. Okay. So, and also, there are also concerns about legal, group, and profit center valuation. Now, what is this valuation all about? Now, valuation in simple terms is nothing but, in simple words, what is legal? Legal valuation is that it will have its own currency. It can be any, plus it will be published. The report of the company will be published in the financial statements. Okay. Whereas a group valuation is about publishing report of the group of companies in currencies of their choice. Okay. And profit center valuation is nothing but internal valuation of product plus material that is already in the stocks plus WIP and profitability and per profit center uh, revenues and income. Okay. And all of these three can have separate currencies. Okay. And this is important because you have to establish an understanding in SAP for your customer. Now, standard ledger can be different on the basis of entries plus reporting currency plus accounting standard. Okay. So all manual entries land here. You can also make manual entries in standard ledger. Okay. So standard ledger can be different from the leading ledger based on this criteria. Extension ledger can be a copy of either standard or leading ledger for the basis of currency reporting, um, group reporting, okay, and for tax reporting purposes, this can be different. Currency types. Now, what are currency types? Basically, you have company code, uh, profit centers, group level. Each of these, and in profits, when we are talking about profit centers, we are talking about controlling area. Okay. And company code can have its own currency because this is operational unit. Controlling area can have its own currency. Profit centers can also have their own currency, and group can have their own currency. All these currencies will be different, and that's why you apply those currencies with exchange rates. Okay. So, as we can see over here, now speaking of currencies and valuation, let me just give you some more examples, but let me wrap this up with global currency. Now, global currency is basically available to all company codes, and these are universal currencies with different valuation. Now, what happens is that if we again go to this place, now over here, what is this? Company code currency controlling object, profit center, and it can have other currencies as well. Okay. And speaking of global currency, speaking of global currency, um, this is applied to company codes on a universal level. If we see over here, company code currency, it is taking the currency translation from document currency, okay, and it is converting on real-time basis, okay. And if we talk about currency conversion settings for local, for company codes specifically, then of course, Then we have to explicitly define what currency do we want to report in. Okay. And since we have defined two currencies over here, AED and USD, and if you look at the ledger level 11 and 31, AED and USD, just keep that in mind. No worries, Naveed, everything is recorded. Okay, 0L and company code settings. Okay, this is slow, so I will just explain. Okay, currency convert company. Over here, we can explicitly define currencies that we want reports in at company code level. Okay. Now, how do we need currency plus valuation? I've already told you that. Now, what is the notation? 1-0. In this, 1 is company code currency and 0 is legal valuation. Okay. Simple. Okay. 11 is company code currency and 1 is group valuation. Okay. Now, if you see, we assigned 31 and 11, and we are getting reports for US dollars and AD from document journal entries. Okay. From document level. Now we have to give global currency. That we'll do in the next step. So company code currency and group valuation. Okay. 11 is group currency and group valuation. 30. Oh no. One is sorry. One is company code. Company code. Yeah. So 3 is group currency and 0 is legal valuation. 20 is 20 is controlling area currency and 0 is group valuation. Okay. Now look at it. Group currency, group valuation 31. 92 is profit center accounting currency, profit center valuation, and controlling area currency with legal valuation. Okay. And 22 will be controlling area currency with 2 as profit center valuation. Okay. This is a difficult topic to understand, but it actually takes a little bit of while to make sense of it. So we'll just save this and head to the next point. Okay, I'm going a little bit slow so that you can establish a good understanding of the SAP concepts. Oh, postings already exist. Okay, okay. We will have to actually go for K4 to KP. Okay, let
यार
me
चला दो लाइट आवाज कम कर दो
okay, let me exit this so that I can actually go to the next part. Since we have 31 and 11 as currencies, okay, next part is OKKP. I'm jumping to that part directly using the T code because we want to fill this part, global currency type. Okay, and that we'll see how. Okay, position, ZAP 9. ZAP 9, we don't have ZAP 9. So what we'll do is company code is equal to controlling area is equal to company code, and it is ZAP 9. Okay, and we'll keep it as ZAP group. Over here, currency type will be 30 and what else? Euro. Okay. ZAP 9 leading. Okay, let me just explain all of this cross company code. Now, controlling area, as I've already told you, the hierarchy company, controlling area, company code, plant, sales org, purchase org, in plant, you have location, storage location, purchase org, material type, okay, and sales org will have, of course, its own many areas like sales area, sales offices, distribution centers, and so on. So this is your hierarchy. Okay, this is how it works. So controlling area basically controls company codes. Company code can have its own currency. Controlling area will have its own currency. Chart of accounts, we've already made that. Fiscally variant is V3. Okay, and cost center hierarchy. Now, what is cost center hierarchy? Um, Cost center hierarchy basically in controlling area, we have profit centers, And under profit centers, we have cost centers, and profit centers have hierarchies. Hierarchy means that all of the layout of profit centers is made. So is the case with cost centers. It also has a hierarchy layout, how the cost centers are spread out. Okay. And financial statement version or financial statement version are basically your reporting outline based on accounting standards, which can be GAAP, IAS, and what else? IFRS. Okay. And other standards, of course, based on countries. Okay. So financial statement versions can be different and you can make different, and we'll see how to make these. We'll save that. Type 30 does not match. What was that then? USD. Okay. Yes. Okay. I hope this is clear. This is some deeper concept that we have just discussed, because if you're not clear on this, it will become a little difficult during your interviews. And if you can understand and relate to it, I think then it will be very easy for you to handle these questions, and very easy. I've already made it so very easy today. Okay. So this is what we have covered today. I hope this is quite enough for today. And come on.
Sir, can I ask